all of the people in my life, very passionately telling everybody that they needed to change their lives. We all needed to do it, because we want to live as long as we can live. We want to contribute and be productive as much as we can. And I was telling everybody, we got to do this. If y'all don't do it, I'm gonna do it. And I did it. I did it for 60 days. After watching that documentary, cold turkey. The night that I watched the documentary, I stopped eating meat that night. And then I did it for 60 days, and it changed my life. Literally. I was on the couch with a torn hamstring, ruptured in three places. I needed to have mandatory surgery on my hamstring. And at that time, I was living in Hollywood. I was smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, drinking alcohol every day, doing drugs every day, not eating, not even eating as many times a day that we need to eat. Just malnourished all the way around. And trying to physically exercise, and that's how I tore my hamstring. In my mind, I was in shape because I wasn't overweight in my mind, but my body was poisoned, literally, every single day. At least 6 days a week, we were partying, staying up, not sleeping some nights, cocaine, alcohol, all types of drugs, eating fast food every day. It's not a lifestyle. It's not the way anybody should be living and doing things to their body that way. So when I tore my hamstring, I had to get an MRI done, and the result was mandatory surgery. And pre-op, which is pre-operation, my pre-operation consultation, 60 days to get your body in the condition that it needs to be in for a surgery. So I didn't tell the doctor at the time that I was doing drugs. I told him that I smoked cigarettes. I told him that I drank alcohol socially on the weekends at parties and stuff. And he recommended that I stop smoking cigarettes, stop drinking, and try to adopt a healthier food intake to make my body strong enough for the surgery. And that was when I watched the documentary and immediately said, yeah, I gotta do this. For my health, for my future, I gotta do this. Cold turkey, vegan, 60 days. I remember the first couple of days, every single person that came to the apartment that was used to seeing me and my team, as the life of the party, we lit, we the energy. Everybody's expecting that. And I remember the first couple of days, I'm like telling people like, nah, ain't got no drugs. Nah, I ain't smoking. Nah, I ain't drinking today. Like, y'all need to watch this documentary. I tried to show everybody, and there was a lot of people in a matter of a couple of days. We had a lot of traffic coming through where we were living, and we lived right on Hollywood Boulevard, and we lived in a very nice apartment building. There were several celebrities that lived in that building, and there were good people there. So there was always traffic because we always had the music playing loud. Neighbors would always come through. Like, it was a good thing. It was a very good place to be. But we weren't all doing, you know, positive things for ourselves. So I remember showing everybody in the first couple of days, 2 or 3 days, on repeat, just everybody that walked in, like, yo, y'all need to watch this documentary, y'all need to watch this, we need to make some changes in our life. And I tried to show everybody, but I did it. I converted. I did it for 60 days, and then when I went back to the doctor for my final MRI prior to my surgery, the results came back that my hamstring was completely healed in every spot. All 3 ruptures had been healed. Naturally. I didn't do anything. I didn't exercise for those 60 days because I couldn't. I could barely walk, and I made the changes necessary. You know, of course, I stopped the drugs, I stopped smoking cigarettes, I stopped the alcohol intake, stopped eating fast food. All of it contributed, but the converting to the plant-based food intake, the diet, was the primary source of my body receiving what it needed, the proteins, the minerals, the vitamins, the nutrients that it needed to heal. And once I got those results, in my mind, I was a vegan for the rest of my life. This is the only way to live. This is the only way to be. Anybody who's not living like this is doing themselves a disservice. So I was a vegan. That was it. And I remember leaving the doctor, calling my mother, emotional about it, telling her, you know, the results, and that I was gonna live my life as a vegan. And then I went to go work at the Los Angeles County Fair. And then and then I relapsed and started eating bacon fried chicken legs from Chicken Charlie's and all types of donut burgers, triple decker Krispy Kreme burgers and shit like that. And I was grateful for that experience, but I knew I needed to get away from that environment in order for me to continue living the healthier lifestyle. So I knew I'm like, oh, I can't work here. I gotta get away from this because it's too easy, it's too much to indulge in. So I needed to get away from that environment so that I can really focus on the life that I wanted to live. And that's why I got into trucking. That's why I got on the road, to get away from the environments that I was in that were tempting to me, that were impulsive to me, that I didn't have any control over for myself. So getting on the road and leaving those environments, those comfortable places, those familiar places with familiar food habits and, you know, energies with people where there was so much pressure, you know, to do other things that are unhealthy for your physical body, and for me mentally, I had to get away from that. So I decided to get trucking. And I didn't realize until I got on the road that there were not that many healthier food options as, you know, prevalent as they are in like the big cities, New York cities, the LAs, the Miamis, the major metropolitan areas where there are healthier food options just there. That the majority of the country is not like that, and the majority of your food options are unhealthier options. So that's why as soon as I got into trucking and got on the road, I was trying to figure out how to get off the road, how to get back to a place where I could make good money and not have to be in certain environments. And